Hi guys, welcome back to Sembang Love, where we talk about love. And today we have our special guest, which is Syazzik.
Hello, hi guys. Hello, thank you so much, Aisha, for having me.
Thank you so much too for joining us.
No problem at all. Anything for love.
Why? So if you guys have never seen Syazzik before, so he's actually an actor in Tafakur.
Correct. Yes.
And
that's my
also,
latest one, yeah.
and also another movie which is Angkat that is coming out
Very soon this year. Yes.
Yeah,
To check it out.
Stay tuned for it.
Stay tuned, yes.
Okay. So today we will be talking about love.
Okay.
And I want to ask,
Oh,
you
yes.
selalu borak pasal love tak dengan your friends?
Always.
Really?
Always. Yes. We always do. I think.
With guys?
Yeah, of course. I think especially with guys, I know some people may say that guys they don't really talk about love.
Yeah.
But we actually do. Yes.
But
yes, we
I
do.
thought guys macam don't talk about love because guys kan always talk about something general and they don't like to talk about their feelings.
No, I think with the people that I'm surrounded with, they are quite open with
Love.
what they feel, and of course with love. I think it comes with age. Not to say that I'm old already, but I'm quite old. Am I?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but yeah, we talk about love.
Oh, because like my age punya kawan pun, especially girls, we talk about love.
Yeah.
So for us, it's because kita orang ni suka express everything. Like especially when we have problems with our partner, then we just talk to our friends. Macam, tu tak lelaki ni, tu tak my boyfriend tu lah. We complain lah somehow sikit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about guys?
We do that actually. Yeah, we do that too.
Tak pernah tahu.
Kita nak bocor rahsia lelaki tapi kita buat benda ni tau.
No, nak tahu. Cepat. Hari ni korekkan untuk korang lagi sekali.
Habis aku. Okay.
Yes.
I think kita orang, I think with my guy friends, and I don't know for some reason, which I feel quite blessed because I will always be the person for them to share it out with.
Oh.
So I think I am quite of a good listener, and I can also give some good inputs. But sometimes, of course, when I do need some inputs from my friends, and I'll ask them. But itulah, we always discuss about like not just about love, but it's just more of like on how we want to move it forward from there. But I'm actually trying my best I like to matchmake my friends with my other friends. That's what I'm currently doing with some of my friends. Yes.
Nanti tolong lah.
I should feel proud. Hey, you want? Yeah, you should sign it up.
Okay, I sign up. Nanti I fit in kejap lagi.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
That's so cool. Sebab lelaki macam from my guy friends, diorang memang tak cakap pasal love. So I assume lah lelaki memang tak cakap pasal love at all.
I think you faham. I think some guys they have this. I think every guys have this a bit of I can't deny we have this a bit of egoistic-ish in ourselves. So
Not a bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think quite a lot. I don't know.
I guess because we have this ego where kadang we have this mentality of like, if you share about love, meaning to say you're this and that. But I feel like you should be more expressive with what you feel. I think that's very important. And having to share about it, it's like no problem at all, So bukan you share, you jatuhkan, you punya marah, tak ada lah. I think to me, you better share it instead of just keeping it yourself.
Yeah. And somehow you pun akan tahu opinion orang lain. Sebab maybe you are in your zone macam, okay lah, I think this is the right thing. But actually that's not.
Betul.
So orang ketiga at least boleh bagi opinion macam, actually this is not right, so you should fix.
Correct. But also at the same time, I rasa macam we can share, but kadang-kadang if it gets a bit too much, then that's when you feel macam, alamak, I think I will just keep to my own decision. Faham tak? Kadang-kadang bila you share dengan ramai orang, then
betul.
everyone will have different opinions, whatever.
Yeah.
That's when you feel that macam, I rasa macam I tak patut. I should just stick to whatever,
Faham.
Yeah.
So do you actually listen to your friends or family or whoever punya advice, or you just stick to your own decision?
I think it depends with who I'm talking to. Kalau I do have a best friend, he's much older than me.
Okay.
So I always share especially my love experience with him, and he always gives me some good inputs juga. But I think he's quite mature, and he's married and stuff. So I'm sure he has gone through whatever I'm currently going through. He has gone through it before.
Yes.
So I suka share dengan dia sebab I can get different inputs. And kadang-kadang biasa input dia bagi ni input yang memang betul.
Yeah.
Of course there are some friends yang you share tu dia macam, Syazzik, I rasa tak payah buat macam ni, tak payahlah kan. So kadang benda tu kadang rasa macam it's pressuring you in some ways.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think like age too matters lah, because maybe older people or yang dah kahwin lah at least,
Betul.
their input is different.
Correct.
Kan?
Betul. So saya rasa macam I comfortable lebih cerita dengan my best friend ni. Adalah a few other my friends yang memang I share, sebab kadang-kadang I rasa macam, and I do share it out with some of my girlfriends as well. Because I think they also have different inputs.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like girls' perspective
Yeah,
about girls. So I think it's better that way. But so far okay, kadang tak. Kadang you rasa macam a bit too overwhelmed, then you just stick to your own. How about you?
Me, okay, honestly, when I cerita pasal my story to my friends, their opinion is totally different from mine. Like,
Faham.
what I think, what I feel, diorang tak rasa macam tu. Sebab for them, you shouldn't do this. Okay, let's say macam you kena tarik tali with someone. They say you have to tarik tali. But for me macam, I'm not the kind of person where I tarik tali dengan orang.
Faham.
Yeah, so from there tu yang macam ada sikit lain lah opinion tu. So what I do is just I stick to my own decision. Sebab for me, I tak boleh tarik tali. So no matter how much I try, I rasa macam nanti kan I ada that feel macam, what if tiba-tiba I tarik tali kan dia gone.
Betul.
But for my friend, dia akan cakap, I mean if dia gone then like bukan jodoh lah. Tapi for me macam bukan juga, macam you pun kena try.
Yeah, it's easy said than done kan.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we know what's best for us. So I think it's better to have a bit of our own opinions. Also we can also ask from others lah kan.
Yeah, betul. Okay, so I nak tanya you something.
Oh yes, nervous pula.
Especially lah what guys think. So do you guys or do guys actually talk to girls every day without feeling interested?
Without not for me, I think.
So
I jenis yang if I'm talking to that person every day, meaning to say at least there's something lah. Tak adalah macam nak cakap kalau without no feeling tu macam a bit, what's the point? Yeah.
It's like you are interested to get to know the person first, kan?
Yes, correct. So memang that is the first step I feel. So in you wanting to get to know someone, you have to try to at least have that conversation going along.
Faham.
Kalau tak, kalau meaning macam off and on tu bukan nak kata. But I mean we're all adults at the end of the day, right? We have our own things to do. I mean I don't expect people to, especially a person whatever, to talk to me every day. Tak, sebab I also have my own things to do. Tapi kalau kita betul-betul nak kenal someone ni, I rasa it's better to put in the effort sikit kan.
Yeah, so you will say like good morning, good night ke, macam you just try to make the conversation never ending. Macam night time tu you just purposely tak reply because you nak tidur dulu, esok baru reply dia.
Depends. There are in some cases macam tu. Because I try not to push it so much. Because we try to, some people they probably don't prefer their own time, their own space kan. So kalau takut kalau kita terlalu pushy ni, diorang rasa macam tak selesa. Apa hal ni kan? But I think at the end of the day, it's best to like lay out from the start. Like okay, this is the reason why I'm talking to you, because I would like to get to know you better. Contoh.
You will actually say?
I'm like that. Because I jenis yang macam quite straightforward. Kalau contoh I kata I really want to get to know someone, I memang akan beritahu straight away. And kalau dia macam not interested, then I'll just back off. I jenis yang memang I tak suka nak, bukan tak nak bagi chance ke apa to myself, tapi it's just more of like I faham kalau dia tak ni, tak lah. I tak nak paksa. Tapi memang I'm quite bold. I'm quite straightforward. So macam tu, macam contoh, I would like to get to know you, I just tell you. I tak ada benda nak hide, tak ada lah. I think this is so high school, right?
Yeah, macam you just pursue that person lah.
Betul.
Which is good because tu tak, some situation where the guy macam show interest, tapi dia macam tiba-tiba hilang sekejap lepas tu datang balik, or reply slow ke, like tak consistent. So we actually tak faham macam you ni nak kerja I ke, you just nak kenal I ke, you nak macam mana ke, nak mainkan hati I je.
Itu I rasa macam and it's a fact. I think especially guys, I can speak for guys. I'm not trying to like not defend them, but I rasa I tahu juga sebab lelaki ni kadang-kadang I'm not sure what they actually looking for. Dan kadang-kadang dia orang tak serious. They don't know what they want.
Okay.
But I mean, when you don't know what they want, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Okay.
But sometimes it's better to like not play around with other people's feelings, I feel.
That's true.
So in some cases maybe diorang saja macam out of, I don't know, maybe curiosity, maybe bosan or whatever, right? don't just message. Dan lepas tu saya cakap dia diam, dia senyap kan.
Yeah.
That's the point. So I rasa macam benda macam ni, kalau betul-betul when it comes to love,
Yes.
I feel like when it comes to love ni memang benda yang you have to take it quite seriously. Yeah.
Nanti kan what if macam timing tu salah, then you actually nak kejar tapi rasa macam okay lah, let me just slow down, maybe perempuan tu tak suka too fast kan.
Betul.
Tapi kan tiba-tiba dega ada someone else, then macam mana?
Exactly. Macam contoh kalau contoh nak kenal you, tiba-tiba you slowly, kita cakap tiba-tiba you pun dah slowly interested. Tapi tiba-tiba I tarik diri
Kan?
and then you macam alamak, then what's the point of
Yeah,
all these
exactly.
things talking? You pun buang masa. You could have actually let your options open kan.
Betul.
So benda macam tu I rasa macam as a man, right? Man,
Okay.
not boys, right? Men. Men, they should know what they want and they should be more straightforward. Jangan nak main-main sangat kan. I think yelah, kalau you betul-betul ready. Kalau betul nak kawan je. Kalau let it out straight away lah kan, from the start. Macam tu lah, that's why.
Tapi kalau let's say okay, you are both interested, and then slowly dengan chat every day, you macam okay lah, I'm actually losing interest. So should I tell the person macam I think we should stop talking, or you just macam seen or just like react?
That is okay, a good thing. That's why to me, it's best to go out with that person first. I jenis macam tu. I jenis kalau nak kenal someone, I don't do this whole, I'm more traditional. I suka in person, jumpa. Of course lah, awal-awal tu message dan lepas tu kena jumpa. Kalau if it goes on maybe lebih 3 kali, then I mean to say I macam actually there will be something going on here. There's something going on here. Sebab to me macam senang je. Contoh kalau I dengan you keluar dah lebih 3 kali. To me, especially as a girl, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're not comfortable with going out with a guy from the start already, maybe from the first one tu maybe you akan bagi chance, maybe okay lah, just give it a shot, right? Tapi kalau dah sampai 3-4 kali, tipulah kalau you rasa macam you tak selesa dengan dia.
And still nak keluar.
Kan? So to me macam, especially girls, kalau diorang tak selesa, if after the first meet, they wouldn't go out for the second one. They wouldn't go out for the third one, fourth one even. So sebab tu I rasa macam I'll just be honest. It's like, hey, no, actually, I don't think we are better whatever this way. I think it's better for us to stay friends. I memang jenis remote. I tak suka macam nak tiba senyap. Tak.
You akan cakap je?
I akan cakap je.
Wow.
Sebab tu kadang-kadang I rasa macam, kadang-kadang kita dapat tahu macam dia ni better as friends atau better to become a partner.
Yes, which I agree untuk cakap je terus terang dengan that person that you wanna stop and just be friends, because kalau tak kan, kalau you seen or you react je, the girl pun confused.
Betul.
Coming from friends experience.
Friends experience, betul.
Macam yelah, orang kan selalu cakap. So I'm curious, especially what guys actually think, sebab guys, they don't really express themselves. So kita orang pun tak tahu apa lelaki nak actually.
But for girls, right, I just have one question.
Yes.
For you, for instance, what is the turning point for you girls to say that actually I'm quite interested in this guy, but you don't show it? Faham tak? Macam you indirectly you trying to say that actually I suka you. Contoh. Kalau you nak
like
kenal
how
someone.
do we express macam tu?
Or maybe
how do you show?
How do you guys show? Sebab kadang girls ni to me lah, ada separuh yang I boleh baca, separuh macam susah nak baca. Faham tak?
Susah sikit, betul. Kita orang akan bagi you our time. Like let's say we will actually be okay to nak call ke nak keluar lebih.
Faham.
Or when tiba-tiba the girl yang ajak you keluar or ajak you to call first or whatever.
So maksudnya you guys are comfortable lah.
Yeah. And we will actually initiate lah juga.
Nak keluar.
Betul. Like,
faham.
kita orang takkanlah macam nak tunggu laki je. Of course when girls are interested, we will actually show it too. So how do we show is by we say okay to everything.
Faham. And trying to make time and stuff.
Yeah. So when you see that girls are actually giving you the time, that means kita orang interested lah. Easy kan?
Yeah. So girls out there.
Apa-apa.
No, carry on.
Yes. Okay, another thing is, do guys actually care if the girl replies slow or lambat?
Look, no, to me, especially at this point of my life, I'm okay because I try to be as understanding. Tipu lah kadang kita fikir juga.
Yeah.
Tapi I rasa macam especially with my line of work, I sometimes kalau I busy betul.
Yes.
Kalau there will be times when I free betul kan. Tapi I rasa macam kalau kata we message tu, kalau reply lambat tu, it's okay because to me, yelah, everyone has their own things to do. So we have our own life outside relationship or love. So it's totally okay. Just with me now, I'm okay. Maybe masa when I was a bit younger, macam you start to overthink.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Tapi what is the macam maximum lah you rasa okay, this is the longest tak reply punya masa?
To me macam at least kalau 1 hari tu still okay kot. Tak tahulah.
1 hari? You are okay if the girl tak reply 1 hari? Or
okay lah, akan curious lah what was happening. Tapi pernah je go through that phase yang macam I rasa dia tak reply more than a day. Sebab I feel macam, yelah, kadang-kadang probably that person needs some time or maybe some space. So macam I try to understand.
But that means that the girl macam dah kurang interested ke? Tak fikir ke?
I fikir juga macam tu, whether or not you know macam tu. Tapi I rasa it's just more of like kadang-kadang maybe dia pun ada dia punya own problems that she's facing. You get? Tapi of course lah kita akan terfikir macam apa kita buat salah, kita buat apa salah macam tu. Tapi lepas tu okay lah kot, you know. I think we have to talk it out and you know, discuss on that matter. Ya, tapi kalau more than a day tu pernah, tapi kalau boleh tak nak lah.
Oh, but actually we don't have the rights untuk talk about that kan?
Of course not. But I think macam we can slowly, that's why I kata macam kalau benda macam ni kita kena play it right. You have to find the right time to talk about it. Because I mean we're both dah aware dah macam we don't just talk macam kosong tau. Like there is actually a reason behind it why we're talking. I'm not going to waste my time talking to someone
every
macam,
day
kan?
and put effort.
Exactly. So I rasa macam benda ni it actually it teaches you in terms of how well can you understand that person, how big of a patient person you are. Itulah saya cakap benda ni kalau you macam nak cakap kalau you susah nak faham, you tetap kena try to faham. Kalau you betul-betul nak pursue that person, these are the things that you have to do lah. To me macam you have to sacrifice sikit.
So your faham tu is forcefully faham or you faham macam okay lah tak apa, I have to accept juga, like willingly?
Tak adalah. I think it's just more of like you try to see if benda tu macam betul? Orang kata apa? Benda tu what's the word? Benda tu macam munasabah tak? Munasabah tak untuk you terima excuse tu?
Kalau it's something that you don't like.
Kalau if it's something yang macam a bit, when I rasa macam benda ni tak make sense, then of course lah you akan sebut turn off lah. Tapi macam maybe
you try lah. Just try to solve.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking out of my own experience lah.
Oh, okay. Tak apa, we won't go until there.
Oh,
don't worry.
Yeah.
Ke you nak bagi tahu je?
Okay je.
Okay, tak bagi tahu.
Okay.
Yes, another question is
boleh.
How do we girls, what do we need to do to support guys emotionally?
Emotionally?
Yes. Because
yeah.
when guys are having hard time and all, diorang kan tak show sangat. But we somehow girls, we can sense like, oh actually my boyfriend is not doing that well, yeah.
Okay.
So how do I support?
So I think in general, it's just more of like trying to understand first what is he going through.
Okay.
Secondly is to be there for him.
Okay.
And of course the last one, to conclude it all, is to be supportive, very supportive of him. I think that's quite important because that's what I'm looking for also.
Okay.
Let's say I'm not doing okay because I'm quite expressive. That's the thing. My difference is that I'm quite expressive. So whatever I feel, I'll
just tell everything.
Yeah, tell it because I think it's better to just let it out instead of rather than just keep it to yourself. I mean, I try to tak adalah tiba-tiba boom like that, tak adalah, tapi slowly you just tell that okay, actually hey, I'm not this, I'm not that. Then maybe you can, I would appreciate it if you can probably discuss it, maybe you try to like maybe you may not understand it well, but at least you try to be there and listen. Kadang-kadang it's not so much of I want you to solve it for me. No. It's just more of like I probably need someone to listen to me.
Okay.
I jenis macam tu. And maybe kalau okay, maybe tak faham tapi at least just trying to be there. Okay, it's just tak tahu, as I grow ni, it's just more of like sometimes words of affirmation is one of my love language.
Okay.
It's like the top 3 now.
What's
Maybe
your first one?
First one, quality time.
Okay.
Yeah, so words of affirmation, and I feel like physical touch it's either the second or third one.
Yeah.
Jadi dulu masa I was younger tak, words of affirmation macam not really. Tapi bila I dah tua, so, I rasa macam benda ni sangat important.
Betul. Because mine pun berubah tau. My love
really?
language.
What are yours?
It used to be physical touch, tapi when I get older,
yeah, betul.
I feel like quality time.
Correct.
And also the word of affirmation.
Yeah, I think that's quite important because
Yeah.
sometimes people orang tak perasan tau, maybe just still slight kecil word yang a small word like that can actually make your day.
Yeah.
Make you
And
feel
it can
better.
affect you also.
Definitely. So I rasa benda ni important lah. So that's what us, I think for guys we're looking for. Yeah.
But do you guys need time? Like, will you actually tell your girlfriend macam, oh actually I need time, like just bagi I few days untuk chill dulu and all?
I think depending on the situation. I rasa kalau benda tu memang benda yang sangat berat, probably so. But I think I can just speak about myself because I don't know how the others are feeling. I think in my experience, I usually tak, sebab I macam kalau I need space, meaning to say I work better with a person.
Okay.
Faham tak? I work better maksudnya kalau ada orang dengan I. Kalau I seorang-seorang ni, I just worry that I will delve into my own feelings myself.
Yeah, betul.
It will just make things even worse.
Yeah.
So that's my way of doing. But I know some guys, diorang jenis yang sangat pendiam, diorang keep everything to themselves.
Yeah.
Itu lagi bahaya sebenarnya.
And susah macam kita orang as girlfriend pun macam apa kita orang patut buat? Like what should we do? Kita orang call you pun you macam tak nak cakap dengan kita orang.
Betul. Tapi sebab tu I rasa macam this is adult punya, I would say adult love, where we sometimes have to understand that we also have our own space and we need that once in a while so that we can sort of ada orang nyanyi lah Kang. we can have our own time to just, bukan je kita nak distance, tidak, just more like to reflect back. Yeah, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Yeah, depending on the situation.
What about when you are arguing, like both of you are fighting, got into argument? Do you actually need like some time to cool down dulu, or you rasa macam no lah, I rasa kita just solve je?
I think benda tu quite important for us to we try to solve it first if we can. Tapi kalau benda tu it gets a bit more like teruk, then maybe I think it's better to calm down first, cool down first. Sebab kadang kalau bila dah teruk ni, kadang we cannot control our emotion. So benda yang kita nak cakap ni tiba-tiba tercakap. That's what we don't want. So that's what I have been learning. I have learned lah throughout the years of growing up from the past.
Because you can be mean without you knowing.
Exactly, yeah. Which you don't want that. Kalau boleh kan.
Betul. Especially macam okay lah, sometimes perempuan pun mulut orang macam nak attack lelaki je. Sebab sometimes perempuan pun adalah ego dia macam, okay, lelaki ni patut dengar I. Macam, I'm the queen macam tu. Apa ni? Tapi lelaki pun ada macam tu juga.
Lelaki tu ada.
Dia macam lain. Sebab lelaki punya ego tu macam, for them dia rasa macam, oh you kena dengar I. Tapi perempuan tu macam, actually perempuan pun sama lah. You pun kena dengar I cakap.
Itulah.
Sama
Tapi I rasa benda ni dia depending on the individual juga lah. Because some guys dia orang jenis yang the water, the girls are on fire, and vice versa lah kan. So
true.
I think benda ni pun I think that's why again communication is very important. So kalau your partner jenis yang macam okay, kalau kita argue we need some time off kejap, maybe it works better that way. We don't know kan. Tapi some yang memang jenis yang you nak satu-satu sekarang, itu kadang-kadang yang pening kepala sikit.
Macam mana kalau macam tu? What if you are in that situation? Let's say you yang mana? Yang mana satu?
I jenis yang macam I sebenarnya kalau kita argue, we can talk about it. Tapi kalau you jenis yang macam pester I tak tahan tau. So macam I need time sekejap. I macam nak cool down kejap, bagi I masa kejap.
Tapi you akan cakap ke tak?
I akan cakap. Tapi kadang-kadang I have experienced it lah. I mean I'm not hiding anything. It's just that sometimes I pernah experience yang whereby we argue, and then masa tu I tak boleh, I don't have the capacity to argue now.
Okay.
Because it's not so much that I want to retract or run away from it. No, it's just more of like because you know, kadang-kadang I tahu bila dua-dua panas api, benda tu lagi teruk, so I tak nak.
Betul.
So instead I try to like, can you please give me some time sekejap, then kita get back to it. Kan, tapi of course lah kadang-kadang I faham je, I try to understand from her perspective, maybe dia nak satu benda tu cepat.
Ya.
Kan? Tapi benda tu kadang-kadang kalau tak ada guna, kalau dua-dua macam gini-gini, what's the point? You see? So yeah.
Macam I faham dua-dua side, because okay, for me I jenis yang nak settle cepat. Tapi sometimes when I fikir balik, betul lah time orang cakap yelah time dua-dua api kan, lagi teruk the situation is.
Betul. Yeah.
And susah macam what I expect is that when I tengah api, I expect you untuk cool down. Tapi I tahu orang tak macam tu.
Yeah, susah. Yeah. Ada mungkin, tapi susah sangat nak cakap orang macam tu.
Ya, susah gila. I'm learning too.
I am also learning.
Ya, sebab love ni memang susah.
Very susah.
Susah sangat sebab it's two person punya
correct
thing.
And even though you guys probably have been together for 10 years or 8 years, 12 years, 15 years, tak kisahlah, benda tu tetap akan ada tau. Benda yang salah faham tu tak akan ada. So susah nak lari lah.
And some more macam every stage of your life tu, I think the situation and the love tu berubah. Let's say time together lain, lepas dah kahwin lain.
Betul.
Nanti kan
dah ada anak lain.
Ya, dah ada anak lain. Time anak dah besar pun lain.
Betul.
Tak tahulah. Tapi you rasa time you dah tua lah sikit, macam okay, you dah ada anak semua, will the love tu more to macam okay lah, I dah biasa duduk dengan you, so is that family kind of love, or you still rasa macam oh, I still really love you so much like as a person? Which love do you think?
It's a bit hard for me to say because I have yet to experience it, but I think for myself, okay, I think I have how to say this, in my family, right? I emulate a lot from my late mother. So my late mother, she always had like a lot of love to give. So I kata I banyak ikut dia. So macam I'm more empathetic in that sense of like I try to, you know, benda-benda kecil kadang it gets me a bit emotional kan. I try to understand benda macam ni. Kadang I tunjuk, kadang I tak tunjuk. So kadang I senyap kan. Tapi I rasa I will be the, bila ada kahwin, ada anak semua, I will try to give the love equally, I guess.
Faham.
Yeah, because I think when you, especially as a guy, as a man, you have to know how to like make things work in a sense of like maybe make things equal, especially when you have anak. I dengar juga my kawan-kawan kata bila ada anak ni, dia kata macam kau percayalah kalau once kau dah ada anak, kau akan sayang gila kat anak kau lebih, kan?
And not the wife.
Faham tak benda macam tu? Tapi I think benda tu is still okay je, sebab at the end of the day, without me and of course lah, without the guy and the lady, we wouldn't be getting the anak kan. So it's about the family punya love kot.
Exactly.
Bonding tu.
And siapa yang give birth to your anak?
Exactly.
Kan?
Tu I rasa macam it has to be equal lah.
Ya, betul.
Kan?
Oh, jap. Itu tak dalam macam drama ke apa, ada that situation where let's say you have to save either one, your anak ataupun your wife.
Betul. I think benda tu susah sangat nak pilih kan.
Susah ke?
If it's you?
Senang je.
Siapa?
Your wife.
Okay lah, bukan nak kata kita tak sayang wife, tidak, tapi macam dua-dua kita sayang family kan.
Ya, but anak tu, yes, of course it's a life. Tapi your wife though.
Yeah. So I think my wife.
Macam terpaksa ke tak? Genuinely.
No. I think so. Yeah, I think the wife comes first, of course. Okay, I think we will go way back to, you know, yeah.
Okay, tak tahu lah dia punya jawapan tu macam terpaksa ke apa.
Oh tak, maybe tak boleh fikir lagi kot. Kena kahwin dulu baru dapat rasa.
Okay, tak apa. Mana tahu nanti kan satu hari tu dapat jemputan dari
Betul juga,
Syazzik.
tunggulah lagi kan. Hopefully soon.
Soon? Tak
adalah. Tak jadi. Kini.
It's okay, we'll be waiting for that.
Jangan media dia cakap habis. Tak adalah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. That's all for today.
That's it?
Yeah,
Really?
or okay, tak apa.
Tak adalah.
You can come again, you can come join us again and we talk about more about love, you know. Sebab hari ni rasa macam sekejap je kan?
Sekejap sangat.
Tak apa.
Tak apa. Thank you.
Mana tahu after few months you free macam, oh Aisyah, I pun nak join lagi.
Boleh kalau sudi nak jemput saya. Apa salah?
Of course saya sudi nak jemput.
Okay.
It's okay. Kita akan jemput. Kalau korang pun nak Syazzik dalam kita orang punya podcast again, korang komen dekat bawah, okay? Yes, thank you so much for joining again.
Thank you Aisyah and thank you
yes.
Sembang Love.
Yes.
For having me.
Yeah, thank you so much and you guys bolehlah follow us and follow juga Syazzik.
Betul.
I'll put his username semua dekat our description. Okay. Thank you so much and see you again.
Bye.